Hello, casting directors. First, I would like to say thank you very much for giving me the time and opportunity to present my audition to you, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch it. Who am I? My name is Derek Opila. I come from a very eclectic, very diverse background. I was born in Panama City, Panama. I lived in 15 states. I went to 22 schools growing up. So I had the opportunity to live all over the United States, all over the West Coast, the East Coast, and really get a feel of what the United States is about and how diverse we are as a country. And I really came to appreciate what we are and who we are. And I think that I was really fortunate, to be honest with you. When I was younger, I didn't think that so much because I kept moving and losing my friends, right? When you're a kid, that kind of sucks. But when you're an adult, you look back and you're like, actually, that was a very cool thing for me to experience because now I have friends all over the United States, which is kind of cool, of all ethnic backgrounds and colors and all kinds of stuff. So I'm really appreciative of that. And I really think that I was blessed with that, to be honest with you. My background is also full of adversity, like a lot of people. You know, there was points in my life where I was homeless. And I overcame those things, and I really applied myself and tried to be the best I can. I'm really proud of who I am today. I came from nothing, and I'm not rich by any means, but I'm doing all right, and I'm pretty proud of that. My cooking, I love cooking, and that came into play when I was young because of my background and because I was forced to basically learn all of these skills at such a young age. I had to teach myself to cook at a young age, right? And so this story is so ridiculous. One of the first things I remember cooking, we were very poor, right? So we only had like Hamburger Helper, we only had Top Ramen, mac and cheese, like the very cheap stuff, right? So I was just tired of ramen, and I even to this day, I don't like ramen. Maybe it's because I ate so much of it as a kid, I don't know. But I was tired of ramen, I wanted mac and cheese, right? But I already started cooking ramen, it was already going. But I had a genius idea, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have mac and cheese. So what I did is, I already had it cooking. I went to the cupboard and I grabbed the mac and cheese out of the cupboard and I opened it up and I took the cheese out and I said, whatever, we'll use this later. And I put the mac back in the cupboard. So instead of using the seasoning for the ramen, I used the powdered cheese that came with the Kraft macaroni. And so I poured that in my ramen, and I'm telling you, to this day, I thought I was the smartest man on the planet. And I was the chef's of chef that day. I couldn't be beat. I was so proud of myself, and that's really what started my excursion into the kitchen. And I figured out I can just start mixing and matching everything. And fast forward a little bit, I've been in the kitchen a while. I've been cooking, most of my life. I come from mainly the hospitality and nightlife industry, which is why these bottles and this whole set is here, really, because I was planning on doing my own cooking show. But you guys came along, so it kind of worked out. But yeah, so I came from the nightlife industry, and I really have a passion for drinks and craft cocktails and mixing and everything like that. But I also have a passion for cooking, too, and kind of mixing the two. And one of the things I was best at when I was in school was history, right? And Nikola Tesla is one of my heroes. And he's one of my heroes because he went against the grain. He wasn't afraid to do things differently or do things his own way. And I really appreciated that about him because that's kind of how my life story is. I did everything against the grain. I did everything the opposite of what everyone else did. And I still made my own way in the world, right? That's why I look to him as such an inspiration to me. Even though he wasn't much of a carnivore, he ate mainly, vegetarian foods, but he's still someone to me that's very inspirational. There's places scattered that have history all across the United States. I think there's this place in Wisconsin called Mater's where JFK ate, and Ronald Reagan and Gerald Ford. They ate at this restaurant, and this restaurant has so much history behind it that we can really use and present it and present the food that they have and the history that they have with it and really kind of make it fun. Things like mac and cheese, which is one of my favorite dishes to cook. It was one of Ronald Reagan's favorite dishes too. So there's like the relatable factor right there is awesome. He had his own recipe that he made specifically for him. And I have my own recipe that I do. I do a 5-cheese mac and cheese that I'm very proud of and everyone likes. So I just wanted to give you a little brief introduction of who I am and what I'm about and the kind of passion that I have that I want to bring with it. And I love history and I love food and I love drinks. And I have the background that kind of encompasses all of that. And I'm really, really excited to be able to have an opportunity like this. I really hope that you guys are seeing what you are looking for, and I look forward to speaking with you in the future. Thank you very much for taking the time again, and I hope that we speak in the future. Thank you very much.